man behind the AI revolution, OpenAI founder and CEO Sam Altman on a two-day visit in India, meeting the Prime Minister and discussing the global regulation of AI. He said there's a need to put guardrails, but over-regulation may lead to more harm. He also shared tips with students of IIT Delhi on how to AI-proof jobs.
So you met Prime Minister Modi this morning. How was your meeting?
It was great. It was really fun. He was so enthusiastic, really thoughtful about AI, the benefits of it. We asked why India has embraced ChatGPT so much and so early. It's really been fun for us to watch. He had great answers about that. We talked about the opportunities in front for the country, what the country should do. Also the need to think about global regulation to make sure we prevent some of the downsides from happening, but it was a great hour.
If you are in India, and the first question that, when people use ChatGPT, the first question they ask, anybody, right, whether it's a call center person or anybody, would say that, hey, you know what, this is going to take my job away. So while that may be true or not true, that's a different thing, but how do you see it playing in a country like India, which is so much into services sector? So I think...
So I'd say with this, what we're seeing with things like ChatGPT in our models, jobs will change. How people do their work day to day might change and it will evolve. Something we've seen happen is people might go from doers of small tasks to actual reviewers, where perhaps the smallest task of something people might use ChatGPT for it. So that's coming. Things will change. I think the way to approach it is probably to take care of it, to kind of keep up with most of the tools, see what's happening and learn to adapt with it. But it's definitely coming, so it's something to keep on the horizon and in the mind.
That's right, that's right. So I think, if you can, any of you, if you can talk about the positives in the sense, how would the country which is, more or less 30 and under 30, and a lot of huge developer ecosystem here. I mean, most of the folks here are developers, in fact. So could you talk about their opportunities from the AI point of view, not just OpenAI, but in general AI point of view?
Yeah, I think this is going to be the most transformative technology humanity has yet invented. And the countries that embrace it, the people that embrace it early, are going to be particularly rewarded. It really is amazing to watch what's happening in India with the embrace of AI, not just OpenAI, other technologies too. And I think we're going to look back 30 years, 50 years, whatever, and say, wow, we lived like barbarians. Life is so much better. When intelligence becomes close to free, and not only that, but when it becomes qualitatively different at what it's capable of, we view our role as we build the tools, we give to all of you, you all amaze us with your creativity and what you can create for the world. So I think that's really going to happen. I think India is already one of the centers of this, and I'm sure that will continue.
Hi, I'm Akanksha. Here, hi. I have a question from the policy side of it. You've been doing great work. Everyone at OpenAI has been doing great work. Thank you so much. We've all used the models. But I have a question when it comes to open source AI projects. How do you think, I do know that you've yourself said multiple times that the door has to be let open for small projects so that they can grow up. But there has to be, regulation in some sense, because the growth has been exponential as we're seeing. Do you see how can policymakers and governments sort of rein in regulation, at least when it comes to open source projects?
I agree with all that. I think open source is important. As it gets more powerful, we will need some guardrails on it. But I worry about over-regulating and stopping what is an incredible Cambrian explosion of talent and creativity.